Okay, what if I told you that you could get a real, enthusiastic yes from almost anyone just by changing a single word in your question? Today, we're going to dig into a super simple communication hack that does just that. And look, this isn't about manipulation. It's really about understanding a core part of how our brains are wired, this deep need for freedom. I mean, think about it for a sec. You're in a negotiation or a team meeting or maybe even just talking with your family. How many times have you heard a yes that just felt kind of hollow? You know the one. The yes that's followed by, well, nothing. The real challenge, right, isn't just getting someone to say the word, it's about getting genuine buy-in. All right, so the key to all this is buried in a really fundamental human instinct. It's so powerful, it pretty much shapes how we react to almost any request we hear. We're going to call it the principle of freedom. You see, the second we feel like we're being cornered or that our freedom to choose is being taken away, this little alarm goes off inside our heads. Our gut reaction isn't to go along with it, it's to push back. We resist. And this insight is absolutely crucial. The source material we're looking at today really highlights this. Giving someone the freedom to say no is kind of like handing them the steering wheel. It sends this powerful subconscious message that says, hey, you are in control here. And believe me, that feeling of control, it changes the entire dynamic of the conversation. Okay, so we know people instinctively resist being pushed around. With that in mind, let's look at a super common mistake, a question that a lot of us use that unfortunately does exactly that. It pushes. Come on, we've all done it. We lay out our brilliant idea, we make our case, and then we ask that seemingly innocent question, do you agree? I mean, it sounds logical, doesn't it? But psychologically, it's a total trap. Yeah, that phrasing, it doesn't really leave a lot of room for nuance, does it? The easiest way out for the other person is often just to say yes, either to be polite or just to get the conversation over with. It's what you might call a counterfeit yes. It looks and sounds like agreement, but it has zero real value. So if asking for a yes is the wrong way to go, what's the right move? How do we frame our request so that it respects that deep need for freedom and actually invites some real collaboration? See the difference there? It's a total game changer. We're not hunting for a yes anymore. This question is actually designed to make no the easy answer. No, that wouldn't be wrong. It just feels completely different to say, right? It's an invitation, not a demand. And this right here is the core difference in action. On one side, you've got a question that corners someone, that creates all this pressure. But on the other side, you've got a question that opens the door. It invites them to say no. And in doing that, it gives them this powerful sense of safety and control. Now, I get it. This whole idea of actively inviting a no might seem, well, a little backward. Why on earth would you want someone to say no to you? But the psychology behind it is incredibly powerful. It really all boils down to one simple but powerful word: autonomy. When you make no a safe and easy answer, you're sending a crystal clear signal. You're in the driver's seat. Your freedom to choose is totally respected here. You're basically handing them the keys, protecting their autonomy. So here's the crucial takeaway. The moment someone feels like they have the power to say no without any backlash or negative consequences, their defensiveness it melts away. They stop thinking about how to protect their position, and they start actually listening to what you have to say. Okay, let's just trace that mental chain reaction one more time. First, you ask a no-oriented question. That instantly triggers a feeling of control and safety in their mind. Then, because they feel safe, their defensive walls start to crumble. And only then, in that state of safety and control, can they really open up for a genuine, honest discussion. All right, so the key takeaway here is pretty simple. If you want to get a real yes, you've got to start by making no feel totally safe. Hand over control with the way you frame your question, protect their sense of autonomy, and then just watch their defenses fall. That, right there, is the path to genuine collaboration and real commitment. And that kind of brings us to our final thought for today. I want you to think about your next important conversation. Maybe it's at work, with a client, or even at home with your family. Where are you going to use this principle first? How might changing your question from a yes hunt to a no invitation totally change the dynamic of that conversation?